Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here, and I'm just doing a little intro before I show you a little snippet from my trip to Lowe's earlier this week. So, before we get into that, I just want to say please make sure that you like and subscribe. And now that it is starting to level out with the weather, even though we did just have snow earlier this week as well, um, I am going to start working on my balcony garden, reviving it, rejuvenating the balcony garden and bringing it back to life. Because right now everything out there is brown. So what I want to show you are a few things that I picked up to get ready to prepare for my balcony garden in the upcoming spring. And what I'm planning on doing. We'll see how it works out and what things I will be starting with. And of course, I'll be adding some more to it as time goes on. But I just want to show you what I've picked up so far to get started, and from Lowe's, mostly from Lowe's, a few things from some other places. I'll note those as well. And yeah, and then I'll show you what I looked at Lowe's in terms of my gardening things, and just so you can see, they are starting to put out the plants now that you can purchase. Bonnie Plants is their typical, I guess, vendor, and so they are starting to get those in with the herbs and such. And again, you'll see that in the footage. So just want to hop on to show you what you'll be seeing. But first I want to show you what I did pick up from Lowe's that will be the beginnings of my balcony garden, and also the other items that I have. So I ended up buying, and these are not on sale right now. These are just regular price. If you're not familiar with shopping at Lowe's for I call it starter plants, but for your gardening needs, they typically have different sales. The soil was like 2 for $16 on some of the different bigger bags of soil. And the plants, they typically will put the plants like what I picked up, these on sale. Sometimes they'll be like 3 for $10 or 3 for $12, depending on like what size they are. And that hasn't happened yet, but I saw some things that I wanted, and I know they're pretty resilient. So even though the weather hasn't quite stabilized, like it's not getting, the other day was below freezing, but for the most part, it's not going to get below freezing anytime soon that I can think of, for what I've seen so far. We are supposed to have a kind of stormy day on Monday, so I'll keep an eye out. We've had some kind of high winds, even though my things do sit under a covered balcony and they're against like the building. So wind is not typically a huge issue for a lot of the plants. Because they are pretty stable between just their positioning and the weight. They're pretty good. But just in case, I don't want to do too much out there yet, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I will probably be setting out. And like I said, they'll be closest to the building anyway, and furthest away from anything. So I think they'll be okay, even if we do have some kind of high winds, which we have been having some evenings, but kind of comes and goes in spurts. But anyway, on to the goods. Again, these are not on sale yet, but like I said, I want to put them out, and they didn't have a ton of stuff. You'll see again in the video, but they are still getting things in. They're just starting to fill out their plants. So I am probably going to wait until they, one, get more things in, and two, have a sale where you can get some kind of discount, because the prices on these things are going up. But this first thing here is a sweet banana pepper plant. I did have some of these last year, but I didn't get it till later. So I want to start off with these because these actually did pretty good. And I actually ended up with two. I had a regular one, and then I had an organic one. But this one is just the regular. Again, everything will be from Bonnie Plants. But this is a sweet banana pepper plant here that I'll be putting out there. And all of these are size of the 19.3 ounce containers, and they are $5.98 a piece. So I spent a good little bit on these. Now you can of course buy seeds, but I like to have the starters and let it go from there, just because, you know, impatient. But I will be doing some seed starters, but we'll get to that later. The other next thing I picked up was sweet mint. Pick up mint every year, and to be honest, mint will come back, because even my little mint, it has regenerated even when I left it out there and didn't really tend to it. So if I actually brought it in or tended to it during the winter time, it probably would survive from year to year, but we'll try it maybe this year. So I got sweet mint, and then I also picked up mojito mint. Even though I think they're the same variety, they do look slightly different. This one of course mojito mint, as it is named for, is good for the drink, but you can also use the sweet mint. So we'll see. So I got those two, my banana pepper. I picked up some rosemary. I love the scent of rosemary, and I absolutely love it on chicken. And last but not least, this is a pepper flint. Oh no, this is catnip, which I bought last year as well, and I had out there, and it actually still has a little bit of green trying to peek through. So I might check on that because it might still be doing a little something. But I bought a new one as well, and this one looked really healthy. So these are my starters. And then I do plan to try to do some seedlings and start some things from seeds. So I'll probably do that over the next couple of days. So next week I'll be able to give you an update on that. But I do want to show you the materials that I picked up, starting with, of course, the seeds. So now Dollar Tree does sell seeds, and they sell the same ones that you can get at Lowe's and some of the other garden centers, the same brand. Which is this, and Target also sells them, but Dollar Tree sells them 3 for $1.50. And people be trying to hate on Dollar Tree seeds and be like, they're not organic and blah 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 blah. Well, for the most part, things are not GMO. The seeds are not, and the only they really should only be selling the GMO. And when I say they, I mean like in general, not Dollar Tree, but seeds for the most part are non-GMO, and they sell them to like corporate level stuff. So like for the average consumer, your seeds should not be GMO, and it says that here on the bottom. But I just want to show you, I picked up 2 sets different days, and I ended up, I think, duplicating some. But I picked up some hot peppers. These are jalapeno mild, and I know for a fact that peppers tend to be one of my most successful growing things, any type of pepper. So I know that I'll probably get, and they produce quite a good bit. So I know that I will probably do pretty good with these. So again, it says that they're 100% non-GMO anyway, just for those, because there's been discrepancies and people just don't understand that. So they're on there. This brand, American Seed, like I said, you can get this at Walmart. You can get it at Lowe's. You can find them anywhere. And they do have these are not specifically organic, but they did have some organic seeds in there when I was in Dollar Tree the other day. Sweet peppers. So these will be these are California Wonder 300 TMR. I think these are a variant of bell peppers, but they're sweet. Cilantro. So a herb. This I'll be able to do in the Arrow Garden too. So I kind of picked up things that could probably be successful with in both the Arrow Garden and outside if I want it, as well as just outside. I picked up a small tomato. This is the red cherry large fruited tomato. And a Jupiter pepper, which looks pretty interesting. This is the Spanish variety. Interested to see what they come out like. It says that they are sweet, high-yielding pepper. Okay, so that's good to know. They are sweet. I like sweet peppers. And they start off green and turn red. Good to know. And then last but not least, I picked up some hot peppers. These are habanero peppers. And y'all know about habaneros. Now I like to give peppers away. I have friends and family who like hot peppers as well. So I like to give those away when I grow them. But I will probably be starting the peppers and maybe the tomato, depending on, because there were a couple of tomato plants at Lowe's as well. But I think I might try these because these are small. And I need to see like how tall they get because they'll determine if I want to grow these. Yeah. So I may try these. They are cute and small, so I like that. But I just need to see how big the plant gets to know whether it's going to need like a support gate or not, which I have, but just to know. And then yeah, the cilantro I'll probably save that for Arrow Garden. And then the peppers I will probably put out. Definitely might try these since they're sweet peppers. And then we have the jalapenos. So those are my seeds I have picked up. I have tons of other seeds I've collected. And this I got from Aldi. This is not from Lowe's. And this is my seed starting kit, seed tray, and they come with, the tray and the lids as well. I thought I was just picking up one. Like, I didn't realize there are actually four trays here, all with lids and everything, and each tray has 24 cells. So I could do a lot of seed starting, way more than I would have space for. So I'm not going to use them all at once. So this will last me for quite some time. The brand here, I think, looks like Garden Line. These again were seed trays, and I think they were only like $4.99. So like I said, I thought I was just getting like one set, like a 24 pack, just a one tray in the lid. Nah, I was getting four. So yeah, I can do some things. So each pack contains a propagation tray, a base tray, and a transparent lid. So you get all of those. You get four of everything for this. So I can't wait to try this out. This was a great deal. I didn't know it was coming like that. So I'll be good to go on seed starting for a while. And speaking of seed starting, you're going to need some soil to put them in. So I picked up this Miracle Grow Organic Indoor Potting Mix, but it also says that it's great for seed starting. I think it was like $5.98. And I will say, last time I did attempt to do some seed starting, and I used the Jiffy brand seed starter, and I only did like 3 or 4 things, and it didn't really go too well. Now that could have been user error, I'm probably sure it was, but I decided, since most of my other soil is Miracle Grow, like for my houseplants and in my outdoor balcony stuff, and I've had success with Miracle Grow, and like I said, I typically buy the organic versions. I decided to let's keep it all Miracle Grow. Now I do have, I think, a little bit of not potting soil, Jiffy seed starting soil left. So I might, do a couple experiment and see which one does better. Or I might just buy another bag. I think the bag was like $7 or $8 at Lowe's. So that's why I was like, I'll stick with this one, especially since it can be used for indoor repotting as well. But it does say it is great for seed starting. It's made responsibly with source peat, and it has quick start natural fertilizer. It protects against over and under watering. And as you can see on the pictures here, it has like seed starting trays. So it does seem like it's geared toward that. So that is why I want to go ahead and give it a try. And like I said, Miracle Grow products have worked for me. And then for my regular, like when I repot these outside and such, I just bought another bag of organic Miracle Grow. I'm going to put the mic down to pick it up because it's a big bag of Miracle Grow. And it was, I want to say, like maybe $7, $6. Not too bad. So I'm going to show you what I use. Now this is outdoor potting mix, and again, organic, and I used it last year and it worked fine. So I just bought another bag. And that can be used for food and plants. So that's the other thing I like about it. But my stuff did really well in it. So I want to utilize that again. And I still have some out there. And then you guys know I have the 3-pack of like the raised bed as well. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to put in there. And I'm thinking if I decide to do tomatoes and peppers, I might put them, at least these, because they're big. They tend to grow a little tall. So I feel like I will... Yeah, this to get 16 to 18 inches tall. So I'm definitely going to want to put it in the raised bed section. And this gets also 16 to 18 inches. So yeah, these tomatoes will probably go in there as well so that they'll have the space. And I do have my buckets outside too that I can do. And I have plenty of support gates if needed. So that's all that I have picked up in terms of my gardening adventures. And the last thing I just wanted to show you is not necessarily gardening related. It's not at all actually, but these cute little Lowe's buckets, the mini buckets. The new color right now is this kind of green, minty green color. and these are $1.98, and it comes with a lid as well. I have one on my desk at work that I have like markers in, and then also I found that these small plants fit in this. I was thinking of maybe doing like a self-watering, makeshift self-watering thing, because if I leave the plants in the container, they already have a string, and all I have to do is put the water in here. So I thought about doing that as well. Some people have used them to do cute little drinks and stuff, and it is food safe. It says that on the bottom for those who are wondering, because I saw somebody make like little mixed drinks and do these, and then people were yelling like, "It's not food safe." They say it is. Can't attest to whether it is or not, but it says that it is. So you can make the little mini drinks, and they had plenty of them. And last but not least, I did pick up the pink one when it was out, and I don't think they do but like one special color at a time. So the pink one, I got a couple of them. The pink one's actually one of the ones on my desk. So I have this pink one, I have that green one, and I think I have a mini blue one somewhere around here, but I'm not 100% sure. The blue is like the standard Lowe's blue, so I don't know. They also have the pink ones in the like bigger size as well, but I don't think the bigger size is like food safe. So that's why I didn't get it, because I was gonna buy one to like, and use it to grow some things in, but they weren't BPA free, and I don't think they're food safe, so I'm not going to use those for growing. But the little ones are. So that is all that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and flip to the Lowe's footage from when I went to visit the other day and picked up these wonderful seedlings, and you'll see more details, and you'll also see the pricing for the different sizes as well. So before I flip to that, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and check in on Sundays for more How It's Growing.